there's crazy people out there who are trying to make super AIs that may take over humanity.
Mm-hmm.
Don't leave the magic in the box, man.
Well, I mean, but it's like, what if the AIs also had magic? It'd be no good.
That wouldn't be good. That would be dangerous. Welcome to No One Can Know About This, a podcast where we play every Final Fantasy. I'm Jeff Ekman.
And I'm Ryan Kazmiski.
And here we go, Season 3, Episode 23.
Here we are. Still pushing forward. Still, after more. All this time. Episode 23.
What happened last week? We went to Owzer's house.
We did the auction. We got Realm. We failed at the Magic Tower.
Right. And where we left off, we were making sure that we had the item that we need to trade at the Coliseum to get Shadow back. Mm-hmm. So this episode is the big Coliseum Shadow's history.
I've been waiting for it. It's the Shadow episode.
So let's do it. There it is.
Yep, we have it.
We'll get the fuck out of here. Where's this Coliseum?
I don't know where the Coliseum is. I think it's up on one of the northern continents somewhere.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if we're gonna be able to just do it and beat it.
The Coliseum?
Well, like, we're gonna wager...
You should save before...
I just did.
So we go into the Coliseum and we bet the... Striker.
Yeah, not the Ichigeki.
Not the Ichigeki.
It's called a striker. It's a sword. We wager it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I imagine dramatically how this goes down as you're like, what will you be betting today? And you pull out this, like, specific weapon that was Shadow's, and you set it down, and, like, he sees it from the crowd, and you're like, bring it on. And he's like, I'll challenge them.
I picked Edgar. I probably should have picked...
Wait a minute.
Well, I won.
I think this is not the same Shadow that we saved, because I think it was a he.
To refresh your memory, at one point when we found Shadow, they referred to him as a her, which was very confusing to us and led us to believe that there were two Shadows.
Yeah. It becomes apparent in this moment, though, that him, her, Chupon are not. Shadow is just Shadow and has always been Shadow.
So we beat him in the Coliseum, and then he comes out, and we're like right outside the Coliseum. He's like, "Oh boy, didn't expect to see you guys. Mm-hmm. What are you doing here? The only thing I know how to do is fight. Why not come with us?" Well, first thing I need to see is how far I can get in here. What?
Is he on our ship? Can we bring him here now and fight with him and see, like, maybe he has some shit he needs to do here?
There he is. We got him. We've got Shadow.
Yeah, even though he makes it seem like you don't. He says, like, right. I need to fight more here before I'll come with you, and then he comes with you.
Right, which I guess, like, if we needed a bunch of items that you could get at the Coliseum, we could bring Shadow and use him to fight, and he would probably be really good in the Coliseum.
Maybe... That's unclear.
Do we bring him back and fight with him and see if he does anything?
Because we look up, like, what else can we get here? And we're like, nothing we care about.
Right. So we leave that. But first, we're going to take Shadow, we're going to put him in our party, and we're going to find out about his past.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he might have more stuff to do at the Coliseum.
Okay. Let's bring you. So we put our party together, including Shadow, but first we stop and we look at our list of relics.
Right, because as we're equipping him with relics, he has one that we haven't noticed before, called a memento ring, and its description doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Unless you can remember where you got it from.
Right. Which we can't. But it says, a departed mom's love protects against fatal magic attacks.
And the only other character who can use this relic is Realm. Mm-hmm. Because it's Realm's relic from her mother. It's her dead mother's memento ring.
And
so Shadow can use it too. And we have it. It's in our inventory.
Right.
But Shadow and Realm both can use it.
What? What? Departed mom's love?
Is this only for him?
Is this departed mom?
I don't know.
I can't believe that this storyline exists and Realm's extra thing is that she's painting for, like, a cursed pervert.
You're totally right.
That's her, like, what the fuck?
I mean, but, like, can everybody use the memento ring?
Where did we get it?
I don't know. I don't know what the deal is there.
We should go stay at an inn with Shadow in our party.
Okay. Get out of the this guy? So we go to sleep with Shadow in our party.
Which is a tip I got on the internet.
Right.
Because I feel like we might have cut that out.
Yeah. And when you do go to sleep, a super intense...
Shadow's dreams are soundtracked with just ominous buzzing.
It's really,
that's
really
when he
crazy.
closes his eyes.
He
just has a
Whoa. Whoa. We're in a black space. There's two guys in the black space having
guy
a
named
conversation.
Bahram.
Yeah,
talking
Bahram.
to someone named Clyde, saying something ominous.
Which one of them is Shadow? Maybe both. Maybe neither.
Maybe.
Probably one of them.
Probably one of them.
Bahram. Clyde, I'm done for. Find me here. Please, Clyde. Clyde? This is intense.
This is what Shadow sees when he closes his eyes.
Scary.
He's like, I have to sleep.
That music after that?
Yeah, just keep sleeping, it ends.
Just keep doing it?
Yeah.
Wait, there were guys here who were talking about Shadow, right?
Yeah, they were like, this guy Shadow is here.
Just keep staying, it ends. Whoa. We go asleep again. This time, you're in a black space, but there's like light outlines of like a pathway.
Yeah, you can. It's like, you can kind of get a sense that you are somewhere.
Bahram and Clyde are here, and they're like, we did it.
I think they're celebrating like a heist that's gone well or something.
Yeah,
like that,
they're like two thieves that have met back up after.
They've either just stolen somebody or just murdered someone. But
Something
they
terrible
succeeded.
They're happy about it. Yahoo, we did it, Clyde.
Yahoo, Clyde, hey.
$1 million gold. What a blast. I love this.
What are they doing? Are they murdering people? Like, what is this? Guess it's time to change our name.
Our name? We need something more appropriate. Such as Shadow. There's two of them.
Okay.
There's straight up two of them. Because I was like, they were saying that Shadow was there at the... Wait a minute.
Is the one we saved not...
Is this how they come and go like the wind? Is that there's two of them?
We're trying to make it more complicated than it is.
Right. What it is that two people need new identities, and they decide to go with Shadow.
Well, I think it's like before we started playing the game, Shadow's history began as they both used this identity of Shadow. Like, they became like one thief.
Right.
Or whatever, murderer, whatever they are. I don't know. It's unclear.
Shadowy figures.
Yeah.
They're the Shadow from that Alec Baldwin movie based on that comic.
Yeah, The Shadow Knows.
The Shadow Knows, exactly. Or was it a radio play?
It was a radio play, yeah, that I think was probably a comic too at one point. And then I always was confused because I thought it was just his nose was a shadow.
What?
The shadow nose.
No, you didn't.
When I was a kid. Did
you ever see it written out, or was it they were like the shadow nose, and then your dad would like point to his nose, and you'd be like, oh, they meant the shadow nose, the nose of Shadow.
This is, now that I'm really thinking about it, there might have been a kid's book where they made that word play the solution to some kind of mystery. That it turned out it was a shadow of a nose, but not the radio play, the shadow nose.
No.
And now that I'm thinking about it more, forget it. That's not this Shadow.
Could be.
Because I swear to God, they were like the Shadow guys here at the Coliseum before we saved the other one who said her.
Yeah.
Is Bahram is one of these a woman?
Maybe?
Great train robbers of the century. Shadow?
They're train robbers. Okay.
Ghost train robbers? Phantom train robbers? I don't know.
Just
but they
train
did
trains.
the greatest train robbery in the century.
I mean,
where they got 1 million GP.
That is a pretty good train robbery.
Yeah, but we got guys in auction houses dropping that on like a toy airplane.
That's true. I mean, here's the thing though, like, what kind of train would have that kind of money on it?
One of those money trains.
Money train?
You know, where they transport money.
But when the Old West, was happening, like when people first moved out there, did they legit have the problem of there's no way for me to get cash? Like, or did they just would trade with each other, right? They're like, there's not enough cash literally in the Old West. They're like,
there
we
must have been a
literally
thing where
don't
it's
have
like-
enough cash.
Because there must have been something where it's like the old Western Union.
Exactly.
Where
Well,
it's like,
that's why you would rob a train, because they always had to send money out there.
Well, because you would go out like on your own with supplies, and you would like arrive in California, but you still had like a bank account in New York,
Right, I guess
with
that's
like
what
a
I'm
ton of
think-
cash.
that's what I'm trying to convey here,
And
is,
Wells
like,
Fargo would
what-
like put it on the back of a horse.
Yeah, what are you doing in this situation when you get out there and you're like, trust me, I'm rich, but you're not, because you're not near your money. It's not a problem we have anymore, because if you have money, it's all sort of decentralized or whatever. But like, yeah, if you just traveled too far away from your money, what good does it do you anymore?
Keep your money close. Was that it?
Try again. I think there should be more.
Oh, this part.
Yeah, the way this works is much like the fish. It's clear that something is going on that's leading to another cutscene, but it's not clear what.
We just keep going to sleep over and over again, and sometimes just a night happens.
Right, and I've read this sort of vague thing on a message board that says that I think there are 5 cutscenes.
Right.
What's not clear yet is that one of them, I don't think you get through sleeping. It just
Right.
happens later in the game.
But there's still one more that we're
There's
going to get through sleeping,
yeah.
but it's like coming randomly. Like,
Yeah.
we have to sleep over and over again, and maybe it'll happen. I
Our-
don't
our
know how you would
characters
find this randomly.
Yeah, I don't either, because like you almost never sleep like sleeping is not that useful. That
Right.
you're doing it all the time.
Right.
Like you can heal with potions.
Right,
You can
right.
save elsewhere. You know, like.
I don't know, dude.
But this is like literally just go to bed dozens of times, and
Yeah.
eventually you'll see this cutscene, which makes Shadow's Past slightly less confusing.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, people are always talking about sleep cycles, and that's exactly what this, whatever.
We're in the sleep cycle. The cycle where you sleep constantly.
Exactly. Well, I mean, we learned something from that. I don't know if, like, we're now supposed to go somewhere. What the fuck?
I think it just happens randomly.
Open your eyes. I'm scared. Hack cough. Is this my blood?
You're gonna be okay.
So we're back in the black space.
Yeah, and it becomes, I mean, it was clear it was going this way, right? Like, we learned that Shadow used to be like a criminal partnership, and now he's solo, so we're getting the gee, I wonder what could have happened cinematic.
Right.
Which is, gee, I wonder what happened here.
Well, one of them is hurt.
One of them dies, but we don't know how.
We don't know
It's
how,
like,
but
yeah.
one of them got hurt.
Get going. I'm going to slow you down.
But
You want to get caught?
they're the thiefest thieves. Before you go, you have to use your knife to finish me off.
What?
Yeah, he's hurt and he's doing that. It's not just a leave me here. It's like a, but first, kill me before you go.
Yeah, I'm like making light of this, but really, Shadow did go through some pretty traumatic stuff.
Yeah, he's got to kill his friend.
With a knife. Not even with magic or something like that.
Think what they'll do to me if I get caught.
Oh.
my
Oh
god.
my god.
I don't want to go through that. Do me this favor.
Wow.
No, I think there's just one of them.
Are you shaking?
Shaking?
I can't believe it. You're acting like a coward.
Come on, you weakling, grab a knife and... I can't! Glide. I'm sorry. Glide, how dare you? Which one is on our team?
Bling, 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 bling.
Which one?
Yeah, wait a minute. Which one of these is Shadow?
I think it's Clyde.
So in this scenario, Barham was like, Clyde, kill me, don't
Right.
leave me here. And Clyde didn't kill him and left.
Right. He was like, I can't do it, and I'm going to take the coward's way out. And he's like, they're gonna do a lot of really fucked up shit to me.
I'm with you. I think it is Clyde, but it's still totally like, it could be either one of them.
Oh, like Clyde could have taken off and like not become Shadow, and then this guy could have like healed and become Shadow.
This guy could have not died and become Shadow. You know, like either
Right.
this could be either one of those could be the origin story of Shadow.
There
There's
is a
no
complicated
reason
thing here
it's
where
one
he's
way
like,
or the other.
I've lost too much blood. I'm definitely gonna die, but they're gonna capture me and keep me alive and do other stuff
Exactly,
to me.
yeah.
I think there might be 4.
We've seen 3 of them.
Yeah.
Now it's time for sleeping again.
Yeah. Have we seen them all that you get for sleeping at this
I
point?
think we might have.
Yeah, I think we've seen them all, and we just keep going to bed.
Well, you're pretty sure that there's one more.
Well, that's
because there
on
is
this
another
message board,
cutscene.
This guy said there was.
This innkeeper must be like,
What are you doing?
we're fine.
You can just rent it for the week. Let me double check on this. No, there are 5 dreams.
Here's another one. Okay, so yeah, there is one more here.
And this is Clyde walking into Thamasa.
Right, because he's finally made it to the next town after the train robbery. Presumably his pockets are dripping with gold.
And blood.
And blood. Here's the dog. Hey, stay with me now. Where? A small village called Thama. Hang in there.
Oh, this is that magic village. An interceptor liked that little girl.
Yes, dude. We're on our way to figuring this out.
Yeah, I might have read it and already figured it out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I didn't figure it out yet. But there's a connection, as we've kind of been alluding to, between Shadow and Realm. Shadow, as Clyde appeared in the town where we know Realm exists. Mm-hmm. Some woman came up to him and was like, let me help you. This woman is potentially like a Realm's mother age.
I think I said it in a previous episode, but Shadow is Realm's dad.
Okay, yeah.
And this is how they're letting you sort of figure it out.
It's a good thing we have an unreasonable amount of money.
Blow it all at this inn. Man, to come upon this naturally, you just have to always have Shadow in your party and we have not stated an inn this many times throughout the playthrough of the entire game.
I know.
Like, you don't often just stay at inns. I don't know, maybe.
There would, I guess, at this point, it would be like, okay, I guess there's something here. I'll keep doing this until there's more. Fewer and further between.
You know, it's realistic like that, because he doesn't always dream. You know? You gotta wait for it to happen.
It's like if you were playing a game that called itself a dream simulator, but most of it is like a character going to sleep and waking up, and them just going in the morning, I don't remember my dreams last night. And then once in a while, there's like a tiny chunk that you get to play.
I feel like there's an image of a woman. I don't know.
I was at my elementary school.
It's called Dream Journal. You have to remember the dream that you had in the video game, but like they don't tell you what it was.
Right, and you're constantly going, how do I remember my dream?
Here we go. Damn it.
These parts are fun, right? Like the auction house and this, where you just gotta repeat a thing forever until it happens.
Yeah, it's a chop.
Yeah, let's hope that they only double down on this.
Doubling down is a gambling thing, right? Not a cheeseburger thing.
Yes, it is a gambling term.
Just wanted to double check.
I wonder if our hopes will come true. What the fuck? What?
Oh no!
Was that maybe the last one? Because it was like, hey, we're here in this town. Maybe go to town.
I don't want to read what they say, but this says, in the 5th dream, stay at an inn with Shadow in your party and he'll randomly have dreams explaining some of his history.
This has been a lot of sleep.
I mean, we could try going to Thelma. I don't want to read any more of this because it has spoilers.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Shadow. Dream, damn it.
you son of a bitch. And then there was that guy whose dreams we went into. Cyan.
Yeah. Maybe we should just go into Shadow's dreams. We should get those names.
With the
Larry, Curly, and Moe.
Yeah, the Three Stooges. I mean, at this point it should have happened.
It should have.
It just should have happened.
Should have, but it hasn't. Let's go to Thelma. We can stay at the inn there, and then we'll be in the right place.
One more.
Okay.
Alright, where the fuck is Thelma?
Shadow, you son of a bitch.
So we get on the airship and try to go find Thamasa.
Right, well, I'm thinking, like, the last piece of his history we've seen is Thamasa. Obviously, this is going to connect back up with Realm and Strago, and that's where the next piece has to happen.
That's right. But because we got on the airship, we're going to get distracted again by land masses that look like dragons.
Every time, I'm just going like, they all look like dragons.
Yeah, dude. Look at this dragon. There's the neck of the dragon, and this is the whole head, with that being the eye.
Yeah, it's got like a wing too.
Yeah, no,
this is a dragon.
This is a dragon.
Thamasa, is that what we're looking for?
Yeah.
It's on that island down in the very bottom right of the map.
Oh, this is the town that was like, there was that rock.
Like, there's a rock here. You can see it now.
And we were like, sweet.
It has a name and it was underwater all this time when you named it?
Well, it hasn't been above water in a really long time.
Let's stay at the inn. 1 gold piece per night.
Yeah.
Much more reasonable.
Repeating this sleeping at the inn over and over thing is really a process of like you pay at the desk and then your characters auto walk to the middle of the beds and split up to get in bed. So you're really waiting for this like 5-second loop of like split up to get into the bed and then like the screen fades to black. And then there's a second where either Shadow will have a dream or everybody wakes up.
It's like, and as soon as you hear that bling, 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 bling of like, you've slept, that means that the Shadow thing didn't come.
Yeah, there's like this one moment of anticipation where you know it's going to
or it's going to be
not.
bling, 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 bling. I remember this town. He was originally charging a lot. Fuck. Shadow, you little bitch.
We know something happened with him here. I think the her thing might have been a typo. I think that in that one part, someone wrote her twice. Like, what? Why would they do that?
Well, especially because there's so much mystery about Shadow's, like, whole deal.
I remember where we got the memento ring. It's an item for Realm that belonged to her mother.
Oh, yeah.
And only Shadow and Realm can equip it.
Okay. That makes sense.
I'm like trying to spell it out for you here.
I'm not getting it at all.
Well, but what you're saying is that makes sense.
Which I don't even know why I'm saying that. No, I'm just saying that because I'm like, oh yeah, sure. Like I'm just moving on.
No, I totally get it because I hear that and I go like, man, I say that to people in that way 10 or 15 times a day. Just going like, I read you loud and clear. Like moving on. Like I didn't get that at all, but I also don't care.
Yeah. I obviously don't get it. Because it's of the Shadow Realm.
Exactly. That's exactly where I was going with that.
So do we need, like, where are you going with that? I'm too tired to parse that if you're trying to
Shadow is Realm's dad.
What the fuck?
Yeah. He went to Thamasa, where this woman took care of him.
Oh.
He took off. Sometime after Realm was born, her mom died, her grandfather raised her.
Wow. And Shadow has just been living like the wind because he can't be tied down with no responsibility?
No, I don't know.
Wait, what? So where's the Opera House?
To the...
That's Kefka's town, right?
Yeah, on the continent to the... Don't fly into that.
Somehow, for some reason, we think... You know where we haven't been in the post-apocalypse? The Opera House.
I think you looked up where the dragons were.
Oh, that's
I think
why.
we're specifically going there because we were like, where the fuck could these dragons... Like,
yeah, okay.
I think we cut that out, but I think
that makes more sense than just like suddenly we thought...
No, I remember this being a thing where you looked it up and then I went like, of course.
Right.
Like, of course there's something in there.
So we walk into the post-apocalypse opera house, which is the same. Even with all of the orchestra there in the pews.
Look, if Realm and Strago both feel a little underdeveloped, the fact that the opera house, they should have made it so that it was just a ruin and you couldn't go in it.
No.
Because going in it here is like totally world breaking. And then we were in a ruined world, and then everything was black and white for a minute, but then when the color came back, we went into the opera house, where the orchestra was playing for a dragon. Like, it's just crazy.
Celeste's dream is crazier than ever.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, dude?
A dragon is sitting smack in the middle of the stage.
It's amazing you've kept the theater in such good shape this past year. Yeah. There's still an orchestra.
They're all playing. I guess like the... orchestra on the Titanic, they're going down with the ship. Yeah, the impresario tells us that there's a dragon on the stage.
I mean, the impresario running around like there's a dragon on stage. Like, has he been running around for a year in like a slapstick comedy way, being like, we got to keep the opera together? Like since we've been there, he's constantly going like the opera's going wrong. Yeah. Has he just kept the show going? Like, monsters are invading, people are dying, and he's like, keep playing,
play on.
This is great.
This is. It could easily be that. I mean, this is the guy who said when he found out that someone was coming to kidnap his star, like, what am I going to do?
Yeah,
like, he has no idea what to do when there's problems with the opera, except
okay, maybe it makes a little more sense than I thought originally.
Don't press the wrong switch. Oh, okay, yeah, that's... Oh.
There we go.
Here we go. Anyway, we pull this switch from the side room. It opens up a slide. We slide on stage. The dirt dragon.
The dragons are still too easy at this point. This one is like one X attack in,
Yeah.
and he goes down.
Sabine does 8 attacks per attack.
Yeah.
This dragon's nothing.
That's all you need.
I mean, it's the only
God
thing.
damn, that thing is so busted.
The mage's rod. Now there's 3 dragons left? Yeah, I'm confused about how many dragons there were left because we had beaten the dragon that's on the magic tower, and I've forgotten that we died at the top of it, and so we're
Right,
gonna have
there's
to beat
still
him
that
again.
one left.
Yeah.
So there's only 2 we haven't found, both of which are in Kefka's tower.
So embarrassed. Gotta get off the stage. Jump on everybody's heads through the audience all the way out. Describe what just happened.
Well, like, to get off the stage, Locke just, like, leapfrogs from head to head across the audience, I guess.
As you do when you're getting off stage, I guess. He doesn't crowd surf out. He crowd hops.
Well, he's got to
Like
make
they're
it off.
stepping
He
stones.
came through a slide. He can't go back the way he came.
Whatever.
Well, I'm glad they fleshed that out. What the fuck is going on in there?
I don't know.
Yeah, we should go back and nerd out on it and be like, I know it looks like a dragon because they share many reptilian qualities, but actually it is not a dragon.
Do you think we could do that if we beat it first?
I'm just gonna fly aimlessly around the planet.
Oh, well, that sounds like fun. We're really tired.
Yeah, it's late and all these side quests have been somewhat unsatisfying.
We don't know what to
recently.
do next.
Yeah, the last thing we did before the dragon was sleep repeatedly. Like,
We still need to get Terra back.
Oh, yeah.
We could take though nothing has like changed dramatically. I don't know like what would make a difference to her.
Probably beating the magic tower.
You think so?
Maybe. I mean, that's where Realm's grandpa is, right?
Yeah.
Which maybe he would have a conversation with Shadow.
or he would have one with Realm, his granddaughter.
We're thinking, we're too far in the weeds.
We're too deep.
Can't see the trees for the forest. Have we maybe not done the ice dragon? We did the red dragon, right? The dragon of fire in the Phoenix Cave.
Oh, there's one that we've done that we haven't. What the fuck is happening?
What's happening?
I don't know. I'm in the sky. I'm fighting.
You've gotten to a random encounter on the airship?
Yes.
Okay, is this the coolest secret in the game?
It's one of them.
It's
one
really
of the
cool.
top three.
I
It's
like
in
this.
it's in that group of three.
So you were flying around randomly in the airship because why not? Mm-hmm. It's late. We don't know what to do.
Because it's fun, Jeff.
Because it's fun. Doing donuts in the sky.
Uh-huh.
And apparently hidden in a pixel in the sky is this enemy called Doomgaze.
Yeah, which we've heard about only in name. Like a person somewhere mentioned that Doomgaze is a word.
It's also a thing that exists.
Yeah.
Is a Doomgaze. Here it is. With a thing called Doomgaze.
Yes.
Because you were just flying around.
I was just flying.
And Doomgaze is a boss fight that is how you get the Bahamut Magicite.
Yeah, that's
and
what's going to come out of
Doomgaze
this.
is seated into a random pixel in the sky.
You just find him by running into the right square.
And much
In the
like
air.
a lot of the enemies we're encountering at this part of the game, at the end of his life, when he's close to dying, he does something stupid. He runs away.
Yeah, we know about this kind of bullshit move that these little fuckers like.
Fuck you. What? The fuck?
wow.
No.
You ran away?
You little bitch.
And when Doomgaze runs away, the way you find it again is to find the next random pixel that it's hiding in.
Yeah.
So you just fly around. You just fly around until you find him again.
And in the meantime, I'm still looking up information about other dragons and information about how to find Doomgaze again. Alright, so one of the missing dragons is in Kefka's tower.
I was gonna say, in the magic tower, there's one we've fought, but, like, we have to fight it again, because every time we go up, we die.
That's why I thought it was 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, fuck, man, we gotta be getting close to being done, right? Like, how much... Like, we gotta get Terra, we gotta do the tower.
Yeah, and then we're closing in on it. We've gotten those special treasures that we know about.
I know I've been saying, like, can you feel the momentum building? But if anything, the momentum is most definitely dwindling at this point in the game.
Well, there was like a point that we hit in the post-apocalypse where we were just tripping over awesome stuff. Like when we went into the Go-Go cave and we like just get sucked into a mountain and we're like, now there's stuff here. But then there was like a shift that occurred where we were like, okay, now we need to look up what's left.
Yeah, we're like, now we're checking off boxes.
Right, like
and
what other
around.
magicite is there? How many dragons are there?
Which is like, watching it again, I'm like, this is objectively terrible. Like, we just spent forever sleeping in an inn, and now I gotta fly around to find a pixel, but my memory of it was like the end of this game is so fun.
It's so great all the way to the end.
Yeah, and I mean, it feels like that when you're playing it.
Right.
But this part is like...
Well, Ryan, get back to flying around aimlessly.
Yeah, here we go.
Really hoping to run into that guy again?
Yes.
What was his name?
Doomgaze.
Doomgaze. Oh, yeah. Okay. He'll do a bunch of stuff and then escape, but damage dealt remains, so you'll eventually kill it.
Right, so if I keep running into him, and I run into him by flying around.
It hides in a random location on the world map.
Got him.
Nice. I have to say, it's insane that you found him again just by randomly flying around and you got it.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is I gotta think, like, the world map looks way bigger than it really is,
Maybe.
so flying randomly to every part is not... It can't be as hard.
I looked up this
Because I ran
method.
into him twice within just minutes.
I know, but that's the thing. It's like, I think he's, first of all, been up there, like, the whole time that we were flying around. So, which was a lot.
Well,
so,
only
like,
in the World of Ruin, I think.
But even that, we were flying around the world of Ruin a lot
That's
without
true,
running
that's
into this
true,
guy
that's
for,
true.
like, days.
Right.
And then we run into him, like, twice in a row. And when I looked up how you would find him again, it's like this stupid method where you, like, go diagonally across the map until it repeats. And then you, like, do this, like, sweeping
Like you're mowing the
motion.
lawn.
Like you're mowing the
Like
lawn pixel by pixel on your way down. And eventually you'll run into him. And you did it the much better way, which is fly around randomly. Eventually it'll happen. And it did. Yes! Dude.
Magicite.
A piece of magicite popped out of Doomgaze's mouth.
Bahamut!
Baham!
Whoa, what a random place to get...
He's up in the mouth of a enemy you find in the sky randomly
Wow,
by
this
flying
game
around?
is just, like, loaded with stuff.
What the
That's
fuck?
amazing.
Where's Tara?
She's over here.
Let's go see if she has anything new to say.
You changed your mind yet, Tara? I feel like there's also something to do with that guy at the Coliseum who's like, there's another guy, imposter man, who's me.
Oh, the Siegfried?
I feel that can't be just nothing. Like, because there's that part where we were walking through the cave and we saw Siegfried, like, running around in there.
Right.
And then that was never explained. And he was like, don't take no substitutions. Only the real Siegfried is real.
Okay, let's close out this Siegfried thing. I had a couple of theories, which I've now been told by various authoritative voices that is not true, which is that I thought that there were two Siegfrieds running around.
Well, he indicates that there are.
Right, and that there's one impersonating him. Separately, we have this character named Go-Go, who's all about mimicking everybody around him. He's a mime. He mimes whatever you do. So I thought that Go-Go was out there mimicking Siegfried. Apparently, Go-Go is like a character from 5 or something like
from
that.
another
that, like,
game.
We haven't seen.
Just like an Easter egg.
So, yeah, it's not any of those things that I said.
There is no connection.
There's no connection. There's no reason for Siegfried. Let's move on from Siegfried.
Yeah, it's done.
He has a name, though, and he's like a guy.
So it's time to go find Tara for real.
Yeah, so, like, we're checking off other stuff on the list, trying to, like, remember things that we might have missed while I'm walking around in Mobley's going, okay, let's get Tara.
Was there anything down there? Or, like, what are we doing?
I'm going to find Tara. She's in here somewhere.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, you guys.
Katerin's having a baby.
So if you show back up in Mobley's, you're just in time to see Katerin have a baby.
Right. Which she was pregnant before, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, I guess you just had to come back.
I think if
shit's
we
different.
literally had walked back in immediately after fighting Funbaba...
Or maybe after a
it-
sleep cycle.
Yeah, it would be different, yeah.
So happy to have a child, but Dwayne seems miserable.
Isn't she like a kid?
I don't know.
Tara, there's other adults here. You're not their mom. Come with us. You're a killing machine.
Katerin, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to handle this.
What the fuck is this?
I've been awfully an awful husband, but I'm learning. Dwayne runs up and he's like, I've been a terrible husband, come with me, which we haven't seen any of that.
No, there's
they were
like
just lovers.
there's a different story happening that we're just getting tiny bits of.
Come back with me.
Why don't you guys move to a village that isn't all burnt down and shit and stop living underground? There's places on this earth that are not so terrible. Uh-oh.
An earthquake starts.
What?
Fun Baba's back.
Oh, Fun Baba is not ready for this.
Fun Baba, the bully from earlier when we came to find Tara in the first place, is back.
The very beginning of the World of Ruin, we fought Fun Baba one time.
And now we're doing it again.
Hello, Fun Baba.
Yeah, it seems like I bet you we could have done this a long time ago. Because it seems weird that Tara...
I bet if we had just come back in here, we blew someone away.
Oh, he's gonna
blow everyone away, and Tara's gonna jump in and be like, I have to do it.
I now want to help you. It was weird to me that she was gone for that long. She's like the main thing.
I think we just didn't. We
didn't come back in. We didn't go to sleep and come back. And now she's like in full form. Yeah, Tara's joined the fight, and she's in her Esper form.
Right, so now she's going to get her will to fight back, which turns out all she needed to do was try to fight.
Right.
Protect the kids.
Does she magic? What? Like, I don't even remember her fucking deal.
Yeah, she's mostly magic.
Yeah, okay.
She has some stuff.
Fun Baba.
Still not quite as good as doing 8 attacks.
No, I don't. None of it is.
If I were a DM and a player of mine had this ability, I would just like throw my hands up. I'd be like, "This is..."
You would, as a DM, take it away from me.
Yeah. Kids, Fun Baba's dead, and there's nothing to be afraid of except for Tara, because she's a fucking monster. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, monster. Monster again. I'm afraid. I'm always afraid.
I'm always afraid. I'm always afraid.
She did destroy some towns.
Mama, Tara.
I can fight.
Yes.
Finally, I understand that feeling, even though I kept it buried for so long. It's called hatred. Love.
No, it's called love.
It's called love. My
I
bad.
now realize that we must fight for the future of our children. This game has some real, even though they're heavy-handed with it, some real coherent theme stuff going on.
It really
Like,
does.
extremely remarkable. Like, compared to the last game,
Oh my
I feel
god.
like it's so clear.
So Tara floats up into the sky, like hovering about 10 feet into the air, and starts like telling the kids what's going to happen.
The most effective way to deliver a message, you're going to want to float at least 5 or 6 feet into the air.
It's like a soapbox for ghosts or super powerful magic beasts that are half human. Dwayne, Katara needs your help. So does your new baby.
Wait, what if every time, like, the Justice League was having a discussion and Superman wanted to say something, he, like, just floated just, like, a few feet higher than everyone else?
Like, I've got something to say.
Like, no matter what they're talking about, like, where do you want to eat lunch? And he's like, I think we should get something healthy. And they're all like, oh, man. Because it's like he's above you saying it.
Yeah, you gotta kind of go with it.
God, that would make the DC universe so much better.
Thank you. You helped me to understand a part of myself. Now I must go to war. We must all believe we have a future. We must fight for those who aren't even born yet. Fuck yeah. Kill people. Fuck yeah.
Fuck, kill people. Let's do this. Fuck yeah. Okay, so now Tara's on the
Now
ship.
we have to...
I think that really felt like
We could have done that in the
missing
moment that we came here.
as it should have been. That would have made
we were
way
just
more
way
sense.
more interested in other shit. We were like, whatever, I know we'll get there eventually. Who
I
cares?
can't believe it feels so out
Where
of
is
place
the ninja
now.
who never talks?
We got Shadow before we got her.
Maybe
Now
if we
we
go
can
on the ship.
Fuck with the party and
People
shit.
that we talk to on the ship have any clues for us?
That's a good question. I mean,
What you got to say?
it's all gonna be.
No, everyone's like, let's go.
Let's help. Yeah. Back on the airship, not sure what to do next. Taking stock of the situation.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I thought in my mind, like, once we get Tara back, some thrust would be given to the plot or something. But
No, she just comes
she
back
just
in.
like everyone else, she just comes with you, and then you go, and now what's next?
But so we're also going over like what is going to happen in that last cutscene with Shadow.
Like, I don't know that it'll be like a thing that even affects Realm or that Realm knows about. We'll just get to see this cutscene somehow, and we'll understand Shadow's background better. Just like with Gao, it's like you go, he beats his dad, and then whatever.
It's like, hey, I found my dad. Yeah, but I want to see all those.
Yeah, me too.
Especially for Shadow.
So on the ship, when you talk to Terra, she's rambling about, like, I now understand what General Leo was trying to say to me, and I'm like, I don't know when that was. Like, that was years ago, Terra.
Terra, that was so fucking long ago. I have no idea what General Leo was trying to say. Like, what was General Leo trying to say? I can't. There's no way I can remember what she's talking about.
So next on the list before we try the Magic Tower again is, like, let's make sure we got all the espers.
Yeah, so I look them up.
There's a couple that we missed.
There's like one on that fishing beach.
Yeah, there's. If you go back to Suicide Island, there's a new Esper hiding there.
It's just on the beach, like it washed up on the shore.
This pisses me off, because, like, why couldn't this be there when you spent forever there?
I don't know. Well, God, you got to go back to places. But then it was also telling you don't go back to those other caves.
Here it is. Palador.
It was just on the beach?
Yep.
So in that case, who the fuck are we missing?
I don't know.
So the only way to know for sure whether we've gotten all the espers is to, like, cross-check the list of what we have with the list on the internet.
Go.
Ramu, Kieran,
Yep.
Siren,
Yep.
Stray,
Yep.
Ifrit, Shiva, Unicorn, Madwin, Shoat, Phantom, Carbuncle, Bismarck, Gollum, Zoneseek, Seraphim, Palador, Fenrir, Tritok, Terrado, Starlet, Alexander, Phoenix, Odin, Bahamut, Ragnarok, and Crusader.
Ragnarok we can't get. Crusader. Oh, maybe there's just one, because maybe it's uneven. There's just...
Oh, and that there may
slot.
just be an extra slot that's actually empty?
Yeah, that's all of it.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have all of it that we can get right now.
I mean, is the next move the Magic Tower? Is there anything else worth doing at the Colosseum? Shadow's whole thing is like, but the only joy I have left in the world is to fight. It's not saying this, but we probably need to bring him another joy in his life that isn't fighting. You know what I mean? No.
I wish you were right about that, but really Shadow's story is he's like, I'm super
guy.
fucked up,
Yeah.
and I'm a bad guy, and that's just how it is. Forget trying to redeem me. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's not a redemption anything.
That's the thing with a lot of these, like, ending stories is, like, Gao's thing. It was a minor redemption of sorts involving his father, and his
I
father
think,
didn't
fully
get redeemed.
comes full circle,
But
and
it's
it
still,
tells
like,
the story.
pretty thin in terms of, like, redemption.
Well, you know, for Gao moves forward.
Right.
Like his father
lost, doesn't get
but
redemption,
like
yeah. Gao moves
Shadow,
forward.
it's like you learn all of these awful things and then he refuses to get help. And that's just where it ends.
It's all better than, like, the Sasquatch, who doesn't have anything more for you to find out.
No, yeah.
I mean, there's also, like, the behemoth suit there at the Colosseum. Something called the snow scarf.
Whatever.
You know, there's some items that don't seem like... I mean, I'm sure they're great, but, like, I just don't feel like it's something that would really be worth us spending our time on.
Yeah, we can't start being people we can't start getting every item.
No, that's not something I want to do. I mean, there are certain, like, major specific items that I want to try to get sometimes, but this just seems like something that if you really loved this kind of, like, trading mini-game, you could play in the Colosseum for a while. Yeah, I don't know what to do if not the Magic Tower next. And as far as whether or not I'm up for that tonight, I really don't know. If you tried hard, you could talk me into it, but you would have to try.
I think we would be very responsible people for calling it, and then the next time we meet, we finish the game.
I'm just bummed at how long it's going to be until that happens. But hey, life happens. I just want to finish the game.
But life happens.
Hey, let's not forget, I don't know that we're going to be able to do it in one sitting. Like, there's going to be a final fuck you dungeon and a bunch of other surprise shit. I mean, we're getting down to it with the Magicite and all the people on board and everything like that, but, like, this game is filled with shit. And that's episode 23.
Yeah, we're deep into cleanup.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
exactly what this is.
Still wondering what else might be out there, but
And
there's like almost
hoping
nothing
there's
left.
more.
Yeah.
Like continually double checking lists that we don't need to. Realistically, we should just go to the end.
Yeah, we were at the end of our ropes at this point. This was the end of a night. We're going to come back refreshed. We got that magic tower.
We're gonna come back refreshed and check the lists again.
Yeah. So that's next week. This was a fun episode.
Yeah.
We slept a bunch.
Like how
and
you
found
said
out
that, you were
about
like, this one was fine. This one was fine.
I said fun.
Yeah, I know, but you
it
gestured to
sounded
me.
as fun. Yeah, I was like, this is fine. Don't, you know.
It was fun. It was fun.
We're coming to the end of this. Yeah, next week we're gonna take on that magic tower and do the final bits of cleanup that are required. Oh, let's do the billboard segment.
Oh yeah, this week it's in the Coliseum.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this one. Let's go to this Fight Death Coliseum, see what's going on over there. This is a nice lobby for a Coliseum.
I know, I was gonna say, that guy had like a terrible vision of why war is good, but he also had a vision for interior decoration.
And concessions. Like, he knows what he's doing.
I
This is
mean-
well designed. Like, there's foot traffic properly funneled into the right places.
They even have like a good wrapping on the hot dog, so even though an octopus is serving it to you, it doesn't get any slime or anything on it.
This is a really remarkable place. Well, let's enter the
check
Coliseum.
Out the Coliseum.
Well, the stands are packed.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's not much else to do. Oh, I can see way down, just 2 contestants down there. The scale of this is too big for one-on-one combat.
A lot of noises around here, but thank God there's no vuvuzelas.
Yeah, festive crowd though.
But oh, there's the billboard. I see it. It's up like on the Jumbotron kind of thing. Well, why don't we just read the billboard? The billboard reads, "Listen to the Brokusatsu podcast, an exploration of tokusatsu shows and related media. With Sam as the relative newbie and Harry as the diehard fan, these two brothers aim to explore the depths of these live-action, special effects-heavy Japanese serials. Every week we recap and review episodes from several different series and find the fun in them that both first-time viewers and genre veterans can enjoy. We hope, anyways. Find us at brokusatsu.podbean.com, and that's BROKUSATSU, as in tokusatsu, but with a B, at podbean.com. Wow, well, thank you so much to the Brokusatsu podcast for buying that billboard
yeah,
ad.
and that sounds fun. I'm always a big fan of, like, you know, having a guide to take a deep dive on, like, a genre from another culture, like a totally other...
I want to learn more about tokusatsu.
If you have some extra time in your life and you were wondering what you should watch, maybe you should watch this and have them guide you through it.
Yeah. So go check out the Brokusatsu podcast. I don't see anything down there. Like, I can't see these two people actually fighting. Should we just go?
I can kind of make out that they're swinging something at each other.
Yeah, it looks that way.
I don't know that I want to get any closer. I don't know that blood sports are my thing. I know that it's right culturally for the moment here in this world, but I'm not from here.
Well... then let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Thanks so much to the Brokusatsu podcast for that billboard. If you're interested in a billboard, they're $50 a piece. Just email nocatpodcast@gmail.com. That's NOCKAT, and we'll make it happen. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter at NoCat Podcast. You can rate and review us on your podcast player of choice. Do that, please.
You can tell a friend.
Tell a friend is another thing that you can do. That would be really great if you could do that for us. You can also support us on Patreon. You can get the episodes early. You can get the video version. You can get a free t-shirt. Go check it out at patreon.com/nocat. And with that, here's another dessert at the end of your no one can know about this meal. Enjoy. Welcome to the latest installment of Who's Chewing What, a show where you, the audience, decide who's chewing what.
We're going to play a sound for you,
You're going to decide what it is.
and then you're going to lock in your vote.
Don't forget to lock in your vote.
Make sure the locking mechanism is firmly in the lock position before you send the vote. Now, we've been getting some complaints about vote locking mechanisms, and before I'm accused of not addressing those, let me just say this. We've found on our end that up to 90% of the time it's up to user error, and the other 10% is because the user broke it. So if your voting mechanism is faulty, you have to send away for a new one. It's on you, not us.
That's right.
That's the final word.
It's all very clear. Lock in your votes. And without any further ado, here's the sounds of who's chewing what. What'd you do last weekend?
I don't know, not much. What'd you do last weekend?
I just kind of like hung out. I did some laundry, If you guessed us chewing the fat,
Or at least trying.
then you're right. And congratulations.
You should feel good about that.
So make sure that vote was locked in, otherwise you can't win any of the prizes.
It's not easy to win who's chewing what, but it is fun to play.